on Daniel chapter 8. There are 4 parts of the Roman Empire. And these 4 parts of the Roman Empire evolved from the Grecian Empire. You know, when Greece was bowing down to Rome, there was no war. Greece disintegrated into 4 parts. Those 4 parts were governed by 4 generals that were inside Alexander's army. Now, those 4 parts, they became the fissures inside the Roman Empire that divided the evolution of the Roman Empire into 4. The first one gave expression to the oligarchy of Greece, which became Rome, because it's the same culture that they have. Greece and Rome, they are both European nations, Greece and Rome. So the first expression was the elitist family of Greece and Macedonia. They were the first Caesars, and then these ones were made Herod king in Israel, and then Christ was born. Now these ones worked with the religious arm of the Jews to kill Christ. All Herod's business, based on what Caesar represented, was to take out Christ. When he couldn't take out Christ as a baby, he saw Christ was growing as a human being, doing things, manifesting God's kingdom. He now started working with the religious arm of the Jews, the Jewish religious arm, those Pharisees and all those people. Working together, they now took out Christ. So I want you to first start seeing that religio-political association in the beast system, iron and clay. Now, when they killed Christ, Christ gave birth to his church. The church was still running things under the Caesars. You will realize that in Acts 17, they said members of the church, they are guilty of treason against Caesar, that they want allegiance to their king in Roman Empire. Now, that Roman Empire saw that they were killing the church. The church did not stop with their message of the kingdom. The Roman Empire now infiltrated the church. But to infiltrate the church, the Roman Empire evolved. So we saw the first evolution of the Roman Empire that gave rise to the Holy Roman Empire. This time, the popes became the Caesars. So instead of the Jewish religious elite now practicing the religious wing, Caesar became pope. So they came as bishops, right? They came as religious people, representation of the church, but they became the Caesar. So Caesar's civil power, they started using it to advance their ideals. That's why they took the world into the dark age. The second expression of the beast system was demonstrated by the Catholic Church, Vatican, but this happened in the spirit of Syria. Syria is another region. You know, I told you that there were 4 regions in this Roman Empire. There was Macedonia and Greece, there was Syria, there is Egypt, and there is Asia. All of this power will switch around these 4 through the period that the Roman Empire is evolving. They told us that the Roman Empire collapsed, but the Roman Empire did not collapse. It evolved. As it's evolving, power is changing hand to different districts. The next district was Syria. Syria is known for infiltration. Syria is the spirit of infiltration. That's what the Catholic Church did. They infiltrated the body of Christ and brought down the kingdom and started promoting Christianity. It's the Catholic Church that did that thing, based on what Syria did when the children of Israel were in Babylon captivity. You remember when the Babylonian king took away the nobility of Israel to Babylon, Babylonian king sent Assyrian men into Israel, and Assyrian men now married with the women of Israel and now started giving birth to Samaritans. Samaritans, they are half-breed Jews, half-breed Syrians. They produce another kind of species of tribe inside the Lord's land. That's what the Catholic Church did when the Antichrist system was changing into the second evolution of the Antichrist system. Now, this system brought corruption into the church, right? And then that corruption had national appeal because Christianity was the state religion of Rome under the Catholic Church. It led to the high-handedness era of the Catholic Church, which gave birth to the Protestant Reformation. That Protestant Reformation, many people say it was God that was working. No, it didn't have any business with God. The Protestant Reformation was the second evolution of the Roman Empire, because it's the Protestant Reformation that gave birth to the Protestant Church that became the ones that expressed the third phase of the Antichrist system, which operated in the spirit of Egypt. We're looking at them, John Calvin, then Martin Luther, and then we had some Jewish scientists. They ran out of Europe and gave expression to the western half of the divided Roman Empire. As they were running out of Europe, running away from the control of the Vatican, they were running into Americas. And then they carried the nature, that socialism nature of the Catholic Church, where you have clergy and laity, you have elite and masses. They carried that culture. That's why you see in all the denominations of the Protestant churches, they still held the nature of the Catholic Church, where you have one man of God and congregation. It's only man of God that is, the man of God is now standing as God. That thing is a Catholic character. But these other people took it. When they took it, they started conditioning the world. They started giving expression to democracy. But you see, to establish democracy, they first sent missionaries into Africa. Those missionaries that were coming to Africa were they were apostles actually. They were laying the foundation for democracy in Africa. That's what the Christianity, the missionary escapades that they did, that's what it represented. They came to establish the footings of Christianity and democracy in the land. I want you to see Christianity and democracy. It is iron and clay. That same religion and politics that Caesars ran to kill Christ is the same religion and politics that has carried on through till this very day. So you begin to see the motive behind their colonization, the missionary action, and then what we have today, neo colonization. You see, much of what we have taken as concepts in the gospel came from the West. There's the Western civilization that we have embraced. But you see, we have seen three faces of the beast now. The first phase is Greece and Macedonia. The second phase is Syria. The third phase is Egypt, which is the Western world today. You will see the spirit of Egypt in America's system. They were the ones that carried slaves from Africa. That is Egypt. Check America today. There's the worship of the bull, money, capitalism. That's Egypt, the spirit of Egypt. But the spirit of Egypt is not the last expression of the Antichrist. The last expression of the Antichrist must give expression to Asia. Asia. You know, I told you, Greece and Macedonia, Syria, Egypt, and Asia. The last people that will govern this world for the beast is coming from the east. That's why Revelation chapter 16 verse 12 tells you that there's a way being prepared for the kings of the east to rise. Those people are coming with a new system. And COVID-19 that the world experienced, they call it global reset, right? COVID-19 was more like the end. It's something that signifies the end of the rule of the Western superpowers, and is the start of the rule of the Eastern kings. So from COVID-19, we're going to see chaos. And if you notice, in the character of the evolution of this empire, it brings a new order out of chaos. Protestant Reformation was a chaos. What did it bring? A new order that the Western superpowers were running. You'll be seeing many things. In all of this, you are seeing new knowledge waves, industrial revolution. You are seeing many things happening in the world. But the concept of world dominance is moving, is evolving. There was one time in the height of the reign of the Western Front, they destroyed the Eastern Soviet Union. They said it was Cold War, but there was always a hidden war between capitalism, democracy, and socialism. Socialism is the mindset of the beast, and it's socialism that is coming back. Socialism will establish nations on the pedestal of what democratic people call true federalism. You know, they have always been crying, true federalism. Let various nations manage their resources. Let us have resource control. It is in line with that true federalism. But socialism, which is the model that was practiced by the East, the ideals of Karl Marx, they are promoting a economic system that the Eastern kings will use to govern the world. So there's a new colonization coming to Africa. And this colonization will rest on the back of artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence and computer, now the one can use to rebuild Africa. And Africans will be happy. Africans, because all Africans have known under the Western rule is suffer. When the Eastern people come, they still have a religio-political system. They will come with that Eastern Orthodox Church. That Eastern Orthodox Church, they will run a one world religion that will remove capitalism from the religious experience. And then the head of this religion will be AI. It's AI that they want to use now.